Hey, everyone. It is Sunday night, our one team weekly board meeting. Get to see all of your smiling faces. And if I can't see your little smiling faces, at least you're smiling inside your pictures in your little boxes. This is JoJo Bennington. So happy to have you all on tonight. And so let's just, before we, that's really bright in my face. Holy moly. That's sunshine in Las Vegas. How you like that? I would love to start with some wins and some gratitudes. Let's raise the energy. Whoop, whoop. Who's got some wins, gratitudes, celebrations, awesome things?
I got one real quick.
I know we have one, at least one really cool thing on the page. All right, Chad, go.
Had a buddy I played lacrosse with enrolled a few weeks back, was doing the 30-day, and his wife just enrolled today. So it's starting to evolve on his end. It's always nice when couples get at it.
Love
As
it.
you know, Eliza and Jay.
Love it, love
Coming
it.
back from UIA.
Totally cool. Congratulations.
And I have one from that I didn't want to officially announce last Sunday because it wasn't officially announced on Isopulse yet. But one of our personally enrolled did rants to manager Kelly Miller Combs last week. So
Yay!
I don't know if she's on the call, but I was like biting my tongue because I'm like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? But yeah, so she advanced to manager, which was huge. So I'm super excited for them.
Way cool. Congratulations. Awesome. Anybody else?
Got one, JoJo.
All right, Paulie, you go.
Kevin Ryan's got his registration all set for New Year's kickoff.
Nice.
So that means I got to get registered for New Year's kickoff.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. And so that means we're all registered, right? Who's going? Who's going to be in Phoenix with us? Awesome. If you don't have your hand raised, then let's talk about how we can help get you there, because those events are what changes things. And there's no amount of notes and no amount of sharing and no amount of picture taking that we can take and share with you to give you the experience of being there live. Does everybody agree with that? Yeah? True. So awesome. Where's our award winner? Where'd she go? Is she not here? Well, she was here for a second. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to unmute you. Will you tell us about the award you won? Can she hear us? Hemi. All right, I unmuted you. Congratulations.
Hi.
Congratulations on your awards.
Thank you.
We saw your post.
Amazing. Sorry, I'm walking in from my car.
No, you're good. We caught you off guard, but we just wanted to celebrate your win. So tell us what you won. Tell everybody what happened.
I had a bodybuilding show, and I got 2 first places, and then at the end of the show, they give me a overall best of show.
Wow.
Award.
That's
I'm like,
so
what?
good. Congratulations.
I didn't even know it was available. They're like, can you stay for the end and take pictures?
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll take pictures, whatever. And then they gave me this huge
Wow.
puppy thing.
Very
Overall,
cool. Love it.
Crazy, huh?
It's so good. Well, congratulations. We just wanted to celebrate you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. And I know that I don't know. I see the little squares there. Josh, I don't know if you're there, but we just wanted to send congratulations to you and Lisa for hitting the amazing rank of 5-star Golden Circle. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. I don't know if you can hear me, but thank you so much.
We can. Just wanted to, since you guys weren't here last week, we just wanted to shout you out, make sure that you got the recognition that you deserve. So
it's a team effort. It goes back to the team, absolutely. So thank you so much.
You bet. Good to see you guys back.
Thank
All
you.
right. So let's do, hey, Cynthia, are you feeling up to doing a you share, they share
Hi. Sorry
explanation? Where'd you go? Oh, okay. You turn your square on and then you disappear and you go somewhere else. Okay.
I
All right.
did.
You are on. Go for it.
Okay. So thank you, JoJo, so much. You made an excellent choice choosing the value pack. So Isagenix loves to reward their customers who love the products. So if you have two friends or family that would like to join you in maybe being your accountability partners when you start, and they also start with the value pack, Isagenix will give you an $80, what we call a product introductory bonus for sharing Isagenix with one person. When you share it with the second person, you would also get another $80. But if you do this in the same calendar week, Monday through Sunday, Isagenix will double your product introductory bonuses. So each of those $80 becomes $160, and that's a total of $320. In addition to that, they say another thank you, and they give you another $50 for reaching the first leadership rank, which is consultant. So that is a total of $370 right there. If you also help your two new friends share with their two new friends within the first 60 days of you joining and becoming an associate, you'll receive what's called a Crystal Manager bonus of $250 for a total of $820. And that is you share, they share, repeat.
Awesome. And how many times can I do that?
As many as you would like.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Mary, you feel up to doing a 30-second story? Kind of on the spot. The game is on. Okay. Go ahead, Sim.
I was going to say she's referring to the Patriots-Falcons game, and it's
Oh,
loud.
that game.
Yeah.
Sorry. I get it. Okay, somebody who doesn't have the game on and cheering in the background. Eliza, you're just coming out of UIA. I bet you have a really fresh 30-second story. She's at the airport. She probably has to get to a quiet spot. I'll unmute you. Do you want me to unmute you? Okay. All right. Oh.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I do have a fresh new story for you. And I'm going to use my little script a little bit so that I'm hoping I stay close to, I was at like 33 seconds at the end of today. So, all right, here it goes. Before Isagenix, I was frustrated all the time. I was frustrated. I was working out all the time and seeing zero results. I had alienated myself from my friends and my family, and I felt like I had really lost myself. I was introduced to Isagenix by one of my best friend, Lindsay, and I've been using products for 16 months. As a result, I actually work out less and see great results, release 20 pounds, love buying new clothes, and am present with my friends and family and feel like I found myself again. I now believe that everyone deserves to love their body and lead a happy life.
That was a great 30-second story. Who doesn't want that 30-second story? Okay.
Thank you, David Wood.
Right? Great job. All right. So without further ado, we have an amazing young man who's sort of in the dark. We need some light on your face. But he did a little bit of training with Eric Worre on some stuff, and so he has asked to share some things that he learned with us, and we all want to learn more about social media. So Caleb has asked to share what he learned, and we are so excited that our up-and-coming generation is stepping up to train and lead. And so everybody, give Caleb a high five, and we're going to hand this over to you. Go rock it, dude.
So, so I just wanted to share some things I learned from being on one of Eric Worre's social media webinars. This is my first time doing this, so if I crash and burn, you have my permission to point and laugh. So as network marketers, we have these three fundamentals, right? We provide solutions through quality products. We build a team of other distributors, and we work with our leaders and teammates to increase productivity throughout our business. So a great way to increase productivity through our business is by using social media. So what we should understand first is that there are concepts and that there are techniques, okay? The concepts that we're using are trying to attract and educate people on what we have to share. And the technique we're using is social media, right? And so techniques can change, concepts stay the same. Say 20 years ago, the technique used to attract and educate on what we have to share would be, say, putting something in a newspaper ad, right? Now the technique, what's trending is social media. So let's use that to our full advantage. So we kind of went over these 5 skills that we need to learn to be more effective on social media. So skill number 1 is let's identify our passions, okay? So these are gonna be passions outside of our business. So let's try to find like 3 to 5 passions that we can post about, whether it's, sports, healthy living, our kids, knitting, whatever it may be. And let's try and add ourselves into some Facebook, into some pages, some groups that have common interests, because then when we start to connect with those people, half the work of building the relationship is already done because we already have some common interests with those people, right? So Eric said that, the top earners are posting more about their passions as opposed to their products. And, it's perfectly fine to post about your product or business every once in a while, but our main focus on social media should be posting about our passions. We want to bring value to the world, right? Number 2 is friends first, business second. I forgot exactly who said it at Celebration, but someone went over that, we tend to present before knowing what that person wants. So we need to make sure that we're building that relationship, that we're, building trust, building rapport with that person. So when it comes time to present what we have to them, they're much more open and willing to learn about what we have, right? So number 1, let's identify our passions. Number 2, let's make friends first, talk business second. 3, let's be ourselves, but let's be our best selves, right? So people need to sense that we're genuine, and, let's be rugged and raw and real, but let's be our best selves, okay? If we're going to post a picture, let's try and take a high quality picture, make sure that we're smiling, having fun. And we are having fun, but we just want to make sure people know that, right? So number 4, time management. I'm very guilty of this. I'm sure all of you are guilty of this, but how easy is it to pick up our phone and, just open up Facebook and just start scrolling, and then boom, an hour goes by and you're like, what have I just been doing? Right? And it's so easy because you keep scrolling. There's more and more stuff to read and watch. So we just need to be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, how wisely are we using our time on social media? And, let's be social, but let's be social with a purpose, right? Another thing we can ask ourselves is, are we spending more time connecting with other distributors or connecting with potential prospects? And it's totally fine to be connecting with your teammates and other distributors. We need to like and comment on their stuff to bring them attraction to their posts. But we also need to make sure that we're spending more of our time connecting with potential prospects, because at the end of the day, that's how we get paid, right? So that's 4. Number 5, just a couple do's and don'ts. Don't spam, okay? No one wants to, be your friend or follow you on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter if all you're doing is spamming about your product or service and your business and how it's so much better than, what they're doing. They don't want to constantly have that appearing on their feed, right? Do create curiosity, okay? Instead of saying, oh, my business is so great, blah, 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 message me if you want to learn more about it. You can say something along the lines of, I love that now I'm able to, work at home, and I have so much more time to spend with my family and stuff like that, creating curiosity, because people are going to start to think, you know, I'm always stuck in my job. How come I don't have any time to spend with my family and friends? Another don't is, in Eric's words, thou shall not be boring, right? Let's not be boring, okay? No one cares if you switch shampoos or if your cat's eating a new kind of food, right? People don't want to read about that on their feed. You know, that might be cool to you, but we need to be posting stuff that people want to see and people want to like and comment on. So instead, let's do something crazy, right? If we go travel, let's document that. You know, let's post about that. If, let's say, you go mountain biking, let's post about that. And people are going to start to see that, wow, you really have an awesome life. And if you're stay consistent with those things, people are going to start thinking, wow, you must have a lot of time and freedom and money to be doing all those things. And then, hey, maybe they send you a message like, what have you been doing? And then you say, well, let me tell you about what I've been doing, right? Yeah, so those are the 5 steps. Just to recap: 1, identify your passions, 3 to 5 passions that you should be posting about: sports, your knitting, whatever your passions may be, skateboarding, whatever. 2, friends first, business second. So let's making sure that we're building relationships with people before we present our business to them. If we even need to present that business to them at all, you know, someone's loving life, then there really is no need. Number 3, let's be ourselves, but be our best selves. Okay, we need to be raw and genuine, but we also need to make sure people know that we're professional. 4, time management. Let's make sure that we're being social with a purpose. Okay, spending more time connecting with potential prospects than, you know, other distributors and people on our team. 5, you know, don't spam, don't be boring. Instead, do something crazy and create curiosity. And, you know, really with anything you do, if you're going to decide that you're going to, you know, try implementing these things when you in your posts, you need to decide that you're going to take action. And, you know, the process that you'll go through with anything is plan, do, review. Okay, so if you're gonna post a Facebook Live, you're gonna ask yourself, you're gonna plan it out. You're gonna say, okay, what am I gonna be talking about? What's my target audience? Where am I gonna do it from? How long is it gonna be? Then we're gonna do it, you know, film it, then post it, and then review it. Okay, what type of attraction to that post bring me? You know, what are some things I did well that I can carry over to the next Facebook Live? What are some things that I didn't do so well that I can work on for the next one, right? And network marketers really get a bad rep for, you know, people think that we're part of a Ponzi scheme and that we're a bunch of, you know, scam artists selling snake juice to people and just trying to recruit them and make a bunch of money really quickly and then leaving those people out in the dust. But we know that's not what we're about, but the world doesn't really know that's what we're about, right? So let's use social media to show the world what network marketing really is about, and that's bettering our lives, having fun, and bettering the lives of others. So that's all I have to share.
Wow.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
dude.
Caleb.
Okay,
So
so
proud
let
of
me
you,
just
buddy.
say, not only great information, but delivered very well and articulate. We all got it because, like, we do, a lot of us struggle in this area. So, you know what? Let me just say to you that because you step up and do this, and sometimes it's scary to step up and put yourself out in front of everybody, but just to do that, there's no crashing and burning because you chose to do it. So not only did you do it great, no way did you crash and burn, but even if you would have, the fact that you did it, we have to give you kudos for that because it's a big deal. And this is the first step. And we're just so proud of the growth that we see that's coming for you. And we're all really jealous that we didn't do this when we were your age.
Really jealous about that.
Really jealous. So. So
Caleb, that was incredible, my man. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
great shares. Did everybody get those notes? And I wrote all that into the note section, so make sure that you get them written down. So good stuff. Thank you so much, Caleb. Everybody, Give Caleb some high fives. Woo! Awesome. Great. And so we're talking about events, and one of our main core 4 events is UIA, or University in Action. And Vinny and I were able to travel around for a year teaching this program with David Wood. So it's near and dear to our heart, not only because of that, but because we see the transformations that come out of that. Because you can walk into that event day 1 knowing nothing and walk out day 3 and be able to have skills to do this, right? And so Eliza and Jay just spent some time at University in Action, and I know they have a ton of awesome takeaways that they can share with us about how amazing their weekend was. So I know you guys are in the airport, and don't worry about the noise. We'll just roll with it. All right, I'm going to unmute you. And at least I think
Am I good?
There you go. Yep, you're good.
And Jay is here in spirit. He's actually finishing, in addition to his full-time job and Isagenix, he's also back in school. So he's finishing a final right now that's due before midnight. So I am going to be speaking on behalf of everybody. So I want to start by saying to you guys, I took some notes. I took a lot of notes, and I'm going to try to recap as quickly as possible. And one thing I want to say first is, I know I sound like a broken record, and I know JoJo sounds like a broken record, and Josh and Lisa is how important events are in general. And I want to stop for a minute, and nobody needs to answer this question, but I just want you to be thinking in your head, why are you on this call right now? Okay? And if you don't know the answer to that, that's okay. And be okay with not knowing, because for a long time I didn't know either. But do you actually think it's possible that you could be financially free and that Isagenix is that vehicle? I'm going to give you a little bit of tough love because I feel like it's warranted sometimes, and that if you didn't attend an ICU or a UIA this year, there's multiple of those that happen. If you're new to this company, it doesn't happen just once a year like Celebration. There's what, 8 of them a year or something like that total. I want you to think, if you didn't attend any of those and you've been within Isagenix for a year, why didn't you? Because I want to tell you, I almost didn't come. And, Jay and I have had really high highs, and I've had some really low lows. And I don't even think Jay knows this right now, that I didn't almost come because I was in a place, and I'm probably going to get a little emotional, that I didn't know if it was right for me. And there was enough drive because of my team that I felt like I needed to come and hear David, because I had heard him before. And so let's just talk about a couple things about events before I give you our takeaways. Number 1, it's a write-off for anybody that is receiving money from Isagenix and you're a consultant. This is tax deductible. And, if you have a credit card, you may have points, so tap into those points. If it's truly a money reason, let's talk about that. I am so happy to share a room. I am so happy to show you how to save money on food. Instacart. We went across the street to the grocery store every day. Okay. So it wasn't like, we went out to eat every night. I was going to the grocery store, and and one of the other things is that whether or not you think that you're going to make Isagenix full-time or part-time in your life, what you learn at any of these events applies to life. Okay. It's not about Isagenix. You don't learn the ingredients. You don't learn how to use a 30-day system. You learn how to be a better person, and you learn how to better everybody else. And that applies no matter where you are in life. So, and one of the other excuses is, for me is, what am I going to do with all these kids? I have 3 kids. It's hard. I know. The amount of driving I have done in the last 7 days for my kids to be safe and taken care of, to be at this event, is insane. No one ever sleeps. I haven't slept at one event. I don't know why I ever think that I'm going to sleep here or change clothes. Like, I should just come with just a backpack, really. It is not glamorous. I have the same pants on right now that I did when I got here. Okay. It is not glamorous, but it's life-changing. And David Wood, if you've never met him, I worked out with him. So that was fun. And he's amazing. And the people that are here on their own dime, the millionaires that were up on that stage, that sat in the audience. We had platinum members in the audience. They don't need to be here. Laura Stevens' husband, I mean, where is she? She's unbelievably successful. He wants to be a network marketer. He's here. He could ride on Laura Stevens the rest of his life, but he was in the seat. You know, there were some other people there that didn't need to be there. And they continuously come back and back and back and back. So, you know, I want to give everybody a little bit of tough love that next year, think long and hard before you make that excuse to get here. And, you know, I say that out of love for everybody on this team, because my number one takeaway from this event, I'm going to tell you right now, is that this is the first event I came to without our team. Jay and I are here, but that's like one of us, right? It's like wearing one shoe. Being here without your team, it's like just one shoe. It's nothing like the other events I attended. And I will not attend another event without part of my team, or my as many team members as I can. So I'm gonna get on with it, because I know we're gonna run out of time. But some of Jay's takeaways. So one, work on your 30-second story and have at least, he says, at least 5 of them. You can't just have one. I have always tried to like jumble all my stories into one. And David said you have to do a weight loss story, an energy story, a youthful aging story, a business story. You can't have just one, because you need to be able to get it in 30 seconds. And we right, and to speak to everybody else. So that was one of Jay's. And the other one was to, like what we do on this call every Sunday, memorize that comp plan, you guys. Memorize it so that you can blurt it off. And I love what Josh does on the napkin every time he goes out to eat. I think that's huge. We spent a good amount of time on that. Making calls to other team members when you're in a rut. Pick up the phone and don't feel alone. Do not be afraid to look outside your team for a 3-way call. Just because we have amazing leaders in this structure, in this organization, doesn't mean that somebody from another team wouldn't be willing to get on the phone, especially if you resonate with them or you think that your prospect will, that we're really one team. And using, this was a great thing David does in his phone, that you may not have a weight loss story. You may not have a financial freedom story. But if you meet another Isagenix associate who does, put them in as a contact in your phone. You put in their first name, their last name, take a picture with them, or a selfie or whatever, or a picture of them, add the picture as a contact. And there's a little spot that says company. Put in what their story is. So put in weight loss instead of Isagenix. Put in financial freedom. And then when you go to your contact list of your phone contacts, you can search by keyword. So you can put in, instead of their name, you can put in weight loss. And anybody that you know that has a weight loss story, if you enter them into your phone contact, come up. And you can call them, hey, can you get on a 3-way with me? That was huge. I didn't even think about that. So that was a great piece of advice that Jay took away from it. And the other one was our brain's job is to survive, not to make us happy. So that has to come from within your heart. So stop thinking that your brain is right. Your heart is right. And from a love standpoint, to be pouring love into everyone, not just the people that you think are going to say yes. Pour love into everyone. That was one of Jay's huge takeaways. And then from a prospecting, this was actually Jill Bowman said this, to let the easy in. When somebody says, ooh, me too, take that me too as a great common ground and capitalize on that. That's your easy in. If you have that something in common, let that easy in. And that's your opportunity to say, oh, me too. Let's connect on Facebook. I don't have a whole lot of time right now, but I'd love to connect with you. And you already have that one thing in common. So that was Jill Bowman, who if no one's ever spent any time with, she's an epic woman. It was really amazing. So for me, my takeaways, the coming to events, but one was goals are great, but vision is everything. If you have a goal, that's wonderful. But if you don't have a vision, your goals, they're not that attainable. One other little tidbit was people come into your life for a season, a lesson, or a lifetime. Okay? There's no mistakes. I'll say that again. People come into your life for a season, a lesson, or a lifetime. We said this so many times, I can't even tell you. And for people that are on this team that are new, you might not understand this, but David made us say this a lot. Everyone builds two legs. Everyone builds two legs. So just because so-and-so is on the outside leg of this massive team, they still have to build another leg. So if you're on an inside of an inside of an inside leg, everyone builds two legs. We said that a lot this weekend. And the last thing that I want to give you, and this is something that I definitely struggle with, is that all distractions are equal. So whether you have 5 kids and a full-time job, or you have no kids and a million different hobbies, all those are all distractions from your goal and your vision. They're all equal at the end of the day. They're all distractions, and it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with them. And it's a choice. It's a choice. So for anybody who wants to come to an event, as a team, Jay and I are absolutely willing to help out whenever we can. If that means, bunking up, doing whatever. I wasn't able to make it to ISA U this year due to a funeral, and I actually was kind of jaded because my 99 and 7/8 great aunt passed away, and her funeral was literally the day before we left. We left her funeral to come to the airport. It was like, I kind of felt like, oh man, am I like cursed in some way that there's going to be, but I would never have missed it for her because she lived such a wonderful life and almost to 100. And she would have kicked my own ass if I hadn't come because of her and mourning her. It's really, really hard to put that aside. But I put that aside for this weekend because I needed to be here. And I needed this fire lit back underneath me. And, I don't know what else I could say to get people to events without literally dragging them. But I hope everybody is ready to go for Phoenix. So that's all I got.
Such good stuff. Thank you so much. And thanks for filling in for Jay with his takeaways. That was great. And you know what? There's no question. It's absolutely true. I've been doing this for a long time, and they call me the cruise director. And the reason for that is because my sole job is to work and help people get to events. When the events are coming up, you'll see me post, you'll see me reach out. I've put together all kinds of things to help people get to an event because I know what happens there. I know what takes place. And so kudos to you for going. And I absolutely know what it feels like to be in that room without your team, and wish so much that they were there, because I have felt that along with you. So I understand that. And let's do it. Let's plan a 30-second story training so we can teach everybody how to do that. I think that would be great. And if anybody has any questions for Eliza or wants to say anything to her, to Jay, or to Caleb, then let's take this time right now, because that was just so good. Everyone builds two legs. Do you guys agree with that? It's important to remember that. We are batteries, right? Our souls, our minds, our brains are batteries. And if we don't plug in and recharge our batteries, then our energy will be drained. And these events charge us up and fire us up and refill our batteries so we can go back out there and keep going with this mission that we all love so much.
I have something to say.
All right. Go for it.
As far as like recharging batteries and stuff, something I did was I wrote a letter to myself as my future self. So like, as you know, me already becoming successful, I was writing back to myself, just remotivating myself, telling me how great things are and what I need to do to get there, and then recorded that, and then now I have that on my phone. So that's something I'll listen to, and that's a great way to, you can listen to someone else motivate you, but I think having yourself motivate you is a lot better.
Okay, let me just say wow. And based on that, I believe we're just going to throw a challenge out for us all to do the same thing. So tell us what you did step by step, because we're going to have everybody do it.
So I just said, it started off, Dear Caleb, here, let me pull it up. Let's see. Okay, so I don't think I can share everything I wrote to myself.
And we don't want you to. We that's all good for you. So just kind of tell us what your vision was, like what the steps were that you used to talk to yourself 5 years from now or whatever it was.
Right. So I kind of started off saying, Dear Caleb, you might ask yourself why I'm writing to you, and it's because I know how hard the grind is right now and how hard it is to stay motivated. But I want you to know that it's all worth it. Hitting your 6, 7, and even 8-figure income goal was one of the most rewarding things you've done, but the lives you've changed along the way have been even more rewarding. I just want you to know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Whatever you can imagine, dream, think, or see can become a reality, but it starts with hard work. You will outsmart, outwork, and outperform anyone you come into contact with. You are 10 feet tall with bulletproof skin. Just kind of stuff hyping me up. And then just a lot of hype. And then, saying, do not stop grinding. Do not stop putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this business, because you know where you'll be at the end, the top. I stated some goals. You'll be on stage at the 2018 celebration receiving your 6-figure earner award. You'll become a 7-figure earner by the age of 21. You'll be an 8-figure income earner by the time you're 30. Why? Because that's the way it has to be. You just have to reassure yourself that this is the way it's going to be. And what better way than having your future self, tell that to you. Yeah, and then I just kind of ended off, you need to keep grinding. You're not, you have a purpose now, so let the world know who you are. Just hype yourself up in the best way possible.
Wow. Josh,
Jojo,
I'm gonna let you take over. I know I was gonna ask you. I'm like, is anybody
Oh my
not
God.
crying right now? Okay.
I have goosebumps all over.
I can't. It's just, Caleb he's seen this. He's seen the potential of what this is for a little bit now. But I certainly have not. It's incredible. This is him. This is Caleb. This is you, my man. I'm at a loss. You blow me away. I mean, you're in the grind. Caleb is, for those of you that don't know this, he talks to everybody at school. He knows unequivocally what his life is going to be like in a couple of years with this. And that's something that it's all from Caleb. I mean, I learn every time he opens his mouth about this business. I learn so much, and he's just in it. He's in the grind, and he knows what's going to happen. He knows that right now, this is all hard work. And the no's are building this lifestyle for him in the future. And I don't know. I just don't think there's many people that have that ingrained and instilled inside of them, that this is what my life is going to be like. I got to go through this really hard stuff right now, but I know undeniably, unequivocally, I'm going to get there. And Caleb, you like give me inspiration. This is, and I think I can speak for everybody on here. I'm wowed. I'm speechless. I have tears in my eyes. I think that's so beautiful what you just said, and you're giving me homework to do that I know I need to do because you're doing it. And I got goosebumps, Jojo. This is incredible. Caleb, you're incredible. You're so inspiring, and I love you, buddy. And I'm so happy that you're doing this with us. I really am. That you've taken hold of this.
We're all goosebumping and tearing with you. So I don't know if you realize how incredible it is for you to have that vision, where you are in your life and at your age, and to already see that. You have inspired all of us, so needed that. Thank you so much. Out of the mouths of the babes, right?
People who've done it before, so if they can do it, I can do it. You know, everyone can do it.
So we are all going to write ourselves a letter of what's going to happen in our life. And so you recorded it on your phone in your voice, and then you can listen to yourself reading it.
Yep.
That's a serious.
Get passionate too. Fire yourself up, really.
That's a serious affirmation. We are just inspired by you. Thank you so much. And does anybody have anything they want to add in real quick before we take off tonight?
I just wanted to do one quick shout out. First of all, Caleb, holy crap, man. I can't even. Like, you're unreal. Seriously. I can't wait to see you on stage. It's going to be amazing. I just wanted to say thank you to Tim Bellevue and Victoria Rothwell, two of my personally enrolled. Well, Vicky's not one of my personally enrolled. She's another level down. But they have said yes and are hopping in the van with me going to Vermont November 4th. And I believe that Jen Snuffer is trying to rearrange things. Drive up from Pennsylvania on Friday, then drive with us Saturday to Vermont. So I'm really appreciative of that. And we still have a few seats open. I'm planning on renting a 7-passenger van. So if anybody wants to hop in and come to Vermont, come with us.
Thanks, Jody. Well, there you go. So there's invitations. And for those of you guys who don't know, I think that, Josh, we're still good for Tuesday for the webinar, Tuesday night.
We're still good for, we're still good for Tuesday.
So Tuesday night, Josh and I are going to do a webinar at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. And really what we're going to be doing is talking specifically to healthcare professionals, and it'll be sort of an interview format where I'm just kind of going to ask Josh questions and have him answer why he's here and why he's chosen to do this, and how he incorporates this into his office. And all of those things that we question, and we have healthcare professionals stand on the outside and look in and say, you know, why would a doctor do this? And so to just help move that conversation along a little bit. And so we would love to have you all on and invite anybody that's around you, nurses, doctors, whatever, that that can join us to listen in, and it will be impactful. And so I think we are good. I just want Eliza, Jay, thank you so much for sharing, and kudos to you for being at UIA. And next event, we're all there together. It's so important. And Caleb, dude, you rock it. You are totally a rock star, and I am absolutely proud to be able to be a part of this team and have all of you amazing people in my life. And so we're going to do that letter. So everybody write your letter to your future self and tell them how rockin' awesome your life is. Read it back into your phone and record it, and then they're going to listen to it. How many times a day? Like once an hour? Cool. Thank you all. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for sharing. And love you guys. Have an amazing week. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Great job, Eliza. Great job, Caleb.
Thanks so much, everybody.